everybody! 欢迎收看今天的成长汉语. It's great to see all of you here for another episode of Growing Up with Chinese. Now, last time, I dare say we ended on a slightly lost note. Well, we didn't, but Mike, Xiaoming, and Lan Lan certainly did. They were on their way to Houhai and discovered that they were walking in the complete wrong direction. 他们走反了. By now, though, they should have been able to make their way there. So let's check in with them and see if they really have arrived or not.
小明，麦，走了这么半天，我好累呀，咱们歇一会儿吧。
好吧，我们也有点累了。兰兰，你看这里的景色真是漂亮极了。
是啊，绿叶、荷花、倒影，真是太美了。哎，麦克，你知道吗？这些酒吧在北京都特别有名，每家都很有特点。
是啊，不过这里的酒吧傍晚才会开门，到了晚上，整条街灯火通明，非常漂亮。
哎，小明，那边是老北京的胡同和四合院吗？
没错，原来大部分北京人都住在四合院里。现在啊，很多北京人都搬到楼房住了。
住在四合院里多有意思啊！
是啊，以前我爷爷就在四合院住，不过我没有住过。
不过现在后海还保留着一些老的四合院，不过那是让外国游客参观的。
走，兰兰，我们带麦克去看看吧。
太好了。
哎，这里的房子真宽敞，比起公寓，我更喜欢四合院。
是啊，你们看，每家每户都有一个大院子，真棒。哎，对了，麦克，我们帮你在胡同照张照片吧。
好的，谢谢。
1、2、3，茄子。
小明、兰兰，我们一起照张合影吧。
好啊。
你好，能帮我们照张相吗？
没问题。1、2、3。
Doesn't Houhai look like fun? It's a great place to wander around and take in everyday sights alongside historical ones. The Hutong tour I mentioned a while back runs through Houhai. You might have been able to figure that out based on the conversation our three friends were having. Let's take a look at some of what was said. 走了这么半天，我好累啊，咱们歇一会儿吧。We've been walking forever. I'm really tired. Let's rest for a minute. 半天 literally means half a day, but in this context, it's like saying forever or a long time. We've been walking forever. 走了这么半天。累 is tired, so 我好累 is I'm really tired. 歇 is the same as 休息, to rest. So if you 歇一会儿, you rest for a bit or rest for a minute.
小明，麦，走了这么半天，我好累呀，咱们歇一会儿吧。
好吧，我们也有点累了。
这里的景色真是漂亮极了。The scenery here is really gorgeous. 景 on its own means view, as in the view or the scene. 色 is color, remember? So 景色 refers to scenery. 真是 is really. 漂亮极了 beautiful to the max. Gorgeous. 真是漂亮极了。
兰兰，你看这里的景色真是漂亮极了。
是啊，绿叶、荷花、倒影，真是太美了。
这些酒吧在北京都特别有名，每家都很有特点。These bars are all really famous in Beijing. Each one is very special. 酒吧 is the word for bar. 有名 is well known or famous. 每家 家 is the measure word for bar, and because bar appeared in the first half of the sentence, it doesn't need to be repeated here. Otherwise, you could say 每家酒吧。特点 is distinguishing feature or characteristic. 每家都很有特点。Each bar has its own unique feature, or each one is very special.
Mike， 你知道吗？这些酒吧在北京都特别有名，每家都很有特点。
不过，这里的酒吧傍晚才会开门。But the bars here don't open until dusk. 傍晚 is dusk, and 开门 is to open for business. 到了晚上，整条街灯火通明，非常漂亮。At nighttime, the entire street lights up. It's really pretty. 整条街 means the whole street or the entire street. 整 is whole, and 条 is the measure word for street. 街，整条街。灯火通明 is a set expression meaning well illuminated or brightly lit. Kind of like how we might say in English, lit up like a Christmas tree. It's all very bright and beautiful.
是啊，不过这里的酒吧傍晚才会开门，到了晚上，整条街灯火通明，非常漂亮。
All right, that basically wraps up today's coverage of our dialogue. So now let's get into some more specifics. All right, let's take a look at our vocabulary list, and then we'll move on to our radical of the day. 累 tired, weary, 累。歇 have a rest, 歇。酒吧 bar, 酒吧。特点 characteristic, trait, or distinguishing feature. 特点。傍晚 dusk, 傍晚。灯火通明 well illuminated, brightly lit. 灯火通明。原来 in today's context, 原来 means before. 原来。参观 visit, look around. 参观。The radical we're going to look at today is the field radical, 田, and we find it in one of our vocabulary words of the day, 累, tired. All right, let's pull this up. Here's our radical, 田. It looks like a field, really. And 累 looks like this. Okay, working in the fields can be tiring, no? Our radical is on the top. 田 looks like a field. And this component down here, well, below the field radical, represents silk. You can make the connection from here on as why a field and silk make up the character for tired. Let's look at a few more characters with the field radical. 南 man. 界 boundary, border. 备 prepare, be equipped with. Houhai, where to begin? Actually, Houhai is one of 3 lakes that make up the area of Houhai. The other two are Qianhai and Xihai. Houhai dates back all the way to the Yuan dynasty, which was around during the 13th and 14th centuries, and was the northernmost point of the Grand Canal, linking Beijing to Hangzhou. With all the traffic the Grand Canal saw, the Houhai area quickly became a bustling commercial district with all kinds of happenings going on. And today, while it's not so much known as a trading post along the Grand Canal, it is one of Beijing's most popular areas to hang out, both for locals and tourists. Bars, cafes, restaurants, tea houses, museums, hutong tours, and mini parks are only some of the attractions Houhai has to offer. In winter, when the temperature has been low enough for the lakes to freeze, you can see hundreds of people out ice skating on the weekends. Some brave souls will actually go swimming in the lake where the ice is thin and easily broken. They claim it's good for your health, and I guess they do look very healthy. I guess I would get pneumonia for sure. Anyway, after you're done skating or swimming and properly chilled, you can buy roasted chestnuts or sweet potatoes from vendors that line the lake. Now, of all the countries I've ever visited, China's roasted sweet potatoes are the most fragrant and sweet of any I have ever tasted. A must-eat if you're ever here in the winter months. Okay, everybody, it's time to take a look at some language points that came up in today's dialogue. And we will start with 急了. 急了 can come after an adjective or verb to express a high degree of something. In our clip, Mike used it in 漂亮极了, a high degree of beautiful or gorgeous. You could also say 好吃极了, a high degree of good taste or delicious. 高兴极了, a high degree of happiness or I'm thrilled. Let's look at some examples.
Mike, 你觉得味道怎么样？
好吃极了。
我们先去看电影，再去唱卡拉 OK。
好极了。
比起 compared to 比起公寓，我更喜欢四合院。Compared to apartments, I like courtyard houses more. 比 is compare or contrast. 我比他高 I'm taller than him. 四合院比公寓好 Courtyard houses are better than apartments. Now, we'll get more into 比 next show, but I just wanted to put 比起 into context today. So to say 比起 turns the comparison into a compared to sentence structure. 比起公寓，我更喜欢四合院. Compared to apartments, I like courtyard houses more. Let's take a look at some more examples.
比起上海，我更喜欢北京。
哦，我更喜欢上海一些。比起麦当劳，我更喜欢吃肯德基。你呢？
我都不喜欢垃圾食品。
一起 together. 我们一起照张合影吧。Let's take a group photo together, okay? 我们一起出去玩吧。Let's go out together and play, okay? Now, please note the tone change for 一. 起 is third tone, so 一 changes from first tone to fourth tone. 一起 together.
我们一起去后海好吗？
好啊，
我们什么时候一起去看电影？
周末吧。
后海真美. It really is beautiful, isn't it? Well, that's all we have time for today. Now, hopefully one day you'll all be able to make a trip to Beijing and visit Houhai during each season of the year. It's well worth it. For now, though, keep working on that Chinese. You'll be very glad you did. Don't forget, you can always visit our website if you need to review or leave us any comments or questions you might have. Happy day to all of you. 大家加油. See you all next time. 下次见.